All right, now we can start. And Matthew, go ahead. What can you share about you?
Hello everyone, my name is Matheus. I'm 30 years old. I live in Rio de Janeiro. I'm a data analyst. There are three years more or less. I like this area because in others experience I make my transition my career from for this area because uh, in the other companies I work with the analyze indicators, tendencies, using many tools as Power BI, SQL, Python, and I like this analyze business. I finished my graduation in production engineer. There are 2 months. Uh, in my free time, I like to read the books, any types of out there, any types books, technical books about my area, and the other types of books. I like the go to the beach when I have in my free time, and to go to the restaurant, eat food, any type of food, and that's it.
All right, very nice. And go ahead, Rodrigo. What can you say about yourself?
Sure. Hi, guys. Good morning, everyone. I am Rodrigo. I am 39 years old. I am married and I have two daughters. I currently work as a data engineer, IT2, in data area. I was born in Uberaba, São Paulo, but I currently live in Franca, São Paulo, near Ribeirão Preto. Um, I graduated in degree information system, IT2, and in my free time, I like to play with my daughters. I like to go out with my family, or travel too with my family. I like to make barbecue too. I like to drink beer. I like to uh, watching TV series and movies. I like to read a lot of subjects books. And thinking that's it.
All right, very nice. Always a pleasure having you all here. And go ahead, Carlos. What can you say?
Hi guys, I'm Carlos. I was born in Brasilia, but I live in Florianopolis. Um, I'm a law student. I'm not working the time. Um, uh, I like to go to the beach. Right, I live in Florianopolis. Is next to the is an island in the south, so it's next to the beautiful beaches right here. Um, just this.
All right, very nice. I've been to Floripa once, but that was many years ago. I don't remember. I need to go there again.
It's a beautiful
That's
place. Yeah, it's
yes,
amazing.
that's very nice. And go ahead, Caroline. Yeah.
Hi guys, Caroline, I'm 32. Let me see, I'm from São Paulo, capital, could be capital. Now I'm unemployed, but I used to work with marketing, branding, and design. Sometimes, how can I say, CRM? I don't know, can I spell this right? I like to swim. And I used to say I like chocolate as well. Mel, I do remember. I, I like to read book. Now I'm reading Fahrenheit for uh, for not at one, I guess. I don't. I used to know that book, and I guess this is it.
All right, very nice. Thank you for sharing. And how about you, Catherine? Sorry.
Hey guys, good morning. I'm Catherine. I live in Rio, like Mateus. Um, I study biology and I'm teaching biology now. I really like to swim, like Caroline, and read books too. I like to roller skating as well. And I don't have a daughter. I don't have kids, sorry, but I have a dog. It's like my son. Uh, he's 17 years, so he's a little old. But that's it.
All right, very nice. That's very interesting. And of course, about me, I'm El Tavares. I'm from São Paulo, the capital too. I really like to study languages, to travel, to go to the beach when that's possible, just to relax a little bit. And let me see what more. I really like to travel, to eat chocolate, and that's it about me, I think. Well, just saying some things about the platform. Here, Talking Talk is a platform where we can practice English, Spanish, Italian, French, and Mandarin. In the future, we'll be able to practice other languages too. And here's a safe place to make mistakes. So we're not here to judge anybody. We're not here to correct anybody. We are here to make mistakes, to learn from our mistakes, and observing other people's point of views, experiences, way of expressing themselves. And that's the main point, to be understood. Well, of course, just to remind you guys, this is a conversation totally in English. Of course, we can say some words in Portuguese if that's necessary, but it's mainly in English. Since we have 6 people here, I think I'm going to split the room so everybody can have more time to talk. And of course, for those who are going to be in the other room, please be respectful with each other. Every time, everyone will have time to talk. So don't correct anybody, don't interrupt anybody. That's it. If you receive an invitation, please accept. And 10 minutes before the end of the conversation, I'll call everybody back so we can finish all together. That's it. And see you guys in a few minutes. Let's just wait for those who are going. That's it, guys. Now we can talk about the theme. And the theme, I just sent the questions on the chat, is about the role of beauty in modern society. So, Matthew, about the first question that is actually number 2, can you read it and answer?
Yes. How do you think beauty standards have changed over the years? Well, about these topics, beauty standards have changed very significantly in all the history, influenced by cultural, social, economic, and factors technology, and all the society in the Brazil, in the USA. There are many factors about this beauty in this society. Many changes in the years. For example, in 15 years ago, the people that are have other mentality about this, and today it's changed very well. The society in the I don't know in English ao longo do tempo. Change your mentally about all the topics and about beauty today. Many cultural, many people, many country change about these topics, about this mentally in the society. I think that's it.
Mm-hmm. And do you think you were part of that somehow? Like, do you think part of this changing process, like as a, I don't know, someone who supports this or something like that?
Mel, your microphone don't listen to. Can you repeat, please?
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Can you hear me now? It's better?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I asked you if you are part of this movement, for example, somehow, like just as, I don't know, practicing this, changing on social media, I don't know, posting things like this, or somehow any other way.
Yes, my case, I in the social media, you say I like this change because the people today change very well about the beauty. The concept the people the beauty. I think the all the days in your society there are many types of beauty. The people there are not it's ou I don't know in English, padrão de beleza é esse. I think it's the your society there are it's many type of people, and these people there are many types of beauty, and I like this because in the Brazilian there are many people, and these people there are many types of beauty because the Brazilian there are many it's a culture many multi I don't know in English multicultural, and there are many beauty about this. And I talk in one friend in the past. The Brazilian it's very beauty because there are many beauty culture in the Brazilian. It's for me. I like it when I see in my street any people, any types of beauty because the Brazil it's very rich, yeah, yes, rich because there are many beauty in your society, and I like this.
No, see, that's very nice. And what do you think about this first question, Carlos?
Actually, I agree with him. He's talking about Brasilia, and it's very true. Every time when I come back, I see a lot of different cultural person, people, and it's something very good to see, you know. And I think technology was very responsible for influencing these changes, you know, like TikTok or Instagram. I think when you talk about that, you make this more normal, and when you talk about the different bodies and different colors and the different shapes, you know, um, this make more usually normally maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So I
And do
agree
you
with him.
feel and do you feel like you are part of this somehow? Like, do you post things like this, like, or do you practice this? I don't know, in any way.
Yes, I think everyone makes part of this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Every person has your only singularity, so just for exist, I think is something to share, you know. Everybody, the body, every person has the power of talk about that, and uh, and it, even if you don't talk about it, you are make something, you know, when you post a picture of yourself or you share something in the Instagram. Sometimes it's not about what you want, but you're making, you know.
Mm-hmm. I see. I agree with you. I think like this has changed in so many ways because like sometimes I'm not really into it, like being in this beauty standard things, like or on even on the social media. For me, it's something that I know that exists something like that, but I'm not really into it, and that's why I'm not acompanhando this process very much. But I do believe that without even realizing, as you said, we go through this process through the years with social media environments and influence about these people. And I want to know from you, Carlos, like, do you have any inspiration on social media? Like, oh, I have this guy or this person here that I really want to be like them. Like, so I'm going to buy the clothes like them, to have a style like them, something like that.
Right now, I think I have followed a lot of different people on Instagram, but because of the movie, I was saying Fernanda Torres. Was reacting. I don't know how to speak this in English. And this series Tapas e Beijos, and when I see her, I want to think about what is her thinking, you know, and read books, what make her thinking like that. And when I follow her on Instagram or TikTok, I was eu fico encantado, concentrado for what she's saying, you know. So today I will say that, but tomorrow
It can change. And who is she? I don't really remember her.
She is daughter of Fernanda Montenegro.
Okay, let's see. And how do you do that, Matthew? Do you have any inspiration on social media that you follow? Like, I want to be like them, so I'm going to dress like them or buy things like them. How's that for you, Matthew?
Yes, for me, the social media, there are many things about this topic about the social media. In the Instagram, I don't use, I don't acompanho, né, muito these posts. I use my Instagram. I use for my professional publicity and talks about my career, but I see some influenced, and the influence talk about these any topics. There are some posts. It's very interesting about this, and I like because it's intelligence that talks the beauty about the society today, and how do you in the years the concept the beauty change in the society, and there are many influence. And I don't there are one the Brazilian, but I don't remember now, but talk about this topic very well in the society. And how do you in the years this mentality the people change about this, about the beauty, the concept the beauty. The beauty it's not just someone one beauty, but it's the many beauties in the society. Because I think is the in the past there are the mentally the people is the I don't know in English. O padrão de beleza é esse. It's not the other padrão de beleza. And I don't agree with this the answer, because in the Brazilian there are it's a country onde there are many beauties, many type of beauties. It's not so the Brazilian, but it's the other country too. And I like it when I see, for example, in my job, there are many type of beauty. Japanese people, Brazilian people. There are one people in the other country, but I don't remember now. And I like when I see this, because there are many types of beauty in the society. And I think is in the Brazilian, when do you all the street, for example, in the Rio de Janeiro, for example, in the past, in 10 years ago, it's not normal. Do you, for example, in the onde you talk the Copacabana, for example, or the other locals, they send the Rio. The people, the mental the people about the beauty, it's many different. And in the na última semana, I stay in the Send the Rio, and I see the people in the shopping mall, and I see, whoa, the people today, there are today in the society today, there are many types of beauty. It's the people the other country and stay in Brazil, the people the other city, the Rio de Janeiro, stay in this local. And in some years ago, it's not many normal. But I like when I go to the shopping mall and I see the type, any type of the beauty in the locals. I think it's create a good ambience for the people today.
Mm-hmm. I see, and I agree with you. Like we can have kind of this mentality, or people, especially from before, from the past, that they have this. No, this is beauty. This is not because I think it is. No, it's not like that. One thing that, for example, I do nowadays, I feel like I see that it's something that people discuss about is about like the weight. I don't think there's a weight, like standard weight, but I do believe that it's also like about the people that have weight, much weight, like it's about not about your beauty standards, it's about your healthy. So you need to be healthy. It's not because of that, because of this. No, I don't think about this. I'm thinking about you. You're healthy. Are you healthy now? No, because that's not great for your body. That's not great for you, in my point of view. So now that you mentioned it about your professional side, I just wanted to remember, what do you do for a living, Matthew?
Mel, can you repeat, please?
Yeah, what do you do for a living?
What do you do for?
A living. So what do you work on? Like your work, about your job.
Oh, yes. Uh, about my job, I thought about this topic of beauty. It's many presents. In my job, there are many people, uh, any different people, and in this local, the business, the managers, there are one see the people. It's very good because uh, it's a look at the job, and there are many types of beauty, and the my coordinators, my managers, eles Antalya português, eles prezam por um ambiente assim, né? E it's a good because you create a good relationship about this. It's not because, for example, I work in the local in the some years ago, and when I see the people in the locals, parecia que tinha um padrão assim já pré-definido. And when I see in this local, I see, whoa, it's changed today because in some years ago when I work in the another another local, it's not normal because but today there are many type of people in this work together in the local, and I like when I see the type of the business, the companies, and in these companies there are many types of people, and today it's not many normal in the local. And I
Mhm.
like when I see in the local and there are many types of building in the same ambience because do you create I don't know in English, um ambiente mais multicultural com many beauties in the local. And the people talk about this, but in the past there are some locals not so normal in the in the business, in the local, in the ambience, work. But today, in my job, my career, I see this in this in this any business. For example, I use my LinkedIn during many days, and I see this business, these companies, and these companies posts any uh, posts about your ambience, about your teams, and you see the any different beauties in these photos. And I like when I see this in the locals because uh, the business changed during the years, and I like this when I see.
Nothing. That's very nice. And Carlos, about the number four, do you think beauty plays an important role in your life or in your career? How's that for you? Like, do you do that on social media or at your job?
Actually, I'm not. I'm just a student right now. Um, actually, um, eu não acho que I don't think influences so much in my life, but maybe if I don't want this make influence in my life, this isso acaba fazendo making difference in my life, you know. Because I'm living here, everyone worry about their bodies. So here is a place when that people going a lot to the gym and go a lot to the beach. So everybody's looking for a perfect body, you know. So in my day, going to the university or just when I go to do my last job, I see everybody is really worried about that, you know, to work a beautiful hair, a beautiful body, and that's the way isso influencia minha vida.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. And let me see. But in your like I don't know, like in your university, like do you have something related to this? Like I need to be good looking because people will look at me. I want them to think I'm like this or like that. Or no, I just don't care. I go with whatever I am wearing.
I just don't care. I work in a private university, so it's little bit different than a federal university when um, where everyone goes like, I'm going to the university, I go study, so it's okay. But in my university, it's like I I will dress the best dress that I have just to go to the school, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah, I'd say for me it's kind of the same. Like I don't, as I said, I don't really care about this. I'm not really into this beauty or moda. I forgot moda. But in my case, what I do is just use whatever like it's easier. Like because I don't have any presential appointments. Like for example, it's just online. So I study online, I do things online. So for me, it's basically like this. But especially when going like out for a dinner, I don't know, something special. Of course, I take more care, and I'd say like it's important having this thing, even though of course it's not something really great, like but it's the image, the impression that you want to give to people. So okay, if you want to go in a dinner with important people, with graded people that can have really great networking, so you're there to be there between among them. Of course we'll need to take more care of this, and of course just to be like them basically. But how's that for you, Matt? You're talking about the LinkedIn that you said you are on LinkedIn working on that. So do you feel like your not about other people, but your role with that, with the beauty, how's that for you? Do you feel like you need to have a pattern when posting things or anything like that?
In my case, in the LinkedIn, when I like the LinkedIn because do you create any relationships, the business. And about the beauty, the people, I don't, for me, it's not a difference for me because I think it's important do you create a relationship? I think it's important do you create a relationship with all the people in the LinkedIn, in your job? And there are some people I see the LinkedIn and the people it's how can I say? Escolhem as pessoas pela beleza. And I don't like this. I think when do you talk about the business or the personal relationship too, do you have a create a relationship, a good relationship? And if the people there are talk very well, it's intelligence, there are one I don't know in English, objective in your life, it's a good people for you create a relationship. And I like this. For example, in my LinkedIn, in the some days there are many people and the people send my invites and I accept the people in my LinkedIn because I there are one concept about this. And in the other days, if you not a good relationship with these people today, in the other situation, I can your help. And for me, when do you create a good relationship with these people? Depends your face, your beauty. For me, it's important. All the my career, there are many people in the LinkedIn invite me and talk with me about anything, and I like create a relationship because in the LinkedIn there are many people, and I create a good relationship with these people, and these people talk with me my cell phone. Oh, Mateus, how do you about you? And I like this relationship, but uh, there are some case and in the some I don't know some business or the companies, and the companies create a relationship. Oh no, I'm not accept you in my company because you don't have a brief specific. The company don't talk in this form, but your mentally it's in this form. The people, uh, the companies selecionar de acordo com a sua aparência física. And I don't like this type of business because I think in these talks the beauty, I think is there are many types of beauty and many professionals, and these professionals there are many beauty, and I like when you see in the local the job and you see any types of beauty, the woman, the man, the many types of beauty. And I think when you this mentality, these many types of beauty in your job, in your relationship, it's good. For me, I like it. It's great. Any relationship, the LinkedIn, the all the my jobs, I like this.
Nothing. Yeah, that's very interesting, especially when you mention it about, like, for example, the resume. I think that's it, or CV. About, like, do you put in our photo there or not? Because that can help. I don't know. I've seen some cases, for example, people who didn't have their photo there, and they weren't, even though their background of things was really great, they didn't get any opportunity there, and they just, oh my god, why? Like, just, I'm going to change some things and put my photo. Then the got an opportunity right away, basically. So that can really tend, like, can bring some facilities to them, not facilities, but because of their looking, that can happen, and I know it's true. And Carlos, about the number 5, can you read it and answer?
How do beauty standards differ in different cultures around the world?
What do
I
you
just
think?
um I read this question, and I think about a video that I seen on TikTok. um, I was a Brazilian who lives in Austria, and she's talking about how they see her as a beautiful, as a person, as an immigrant. And she's saying everybody in Austria is looks similar. It's blue eyes and um, I forgot that I say
Blonde?
blonde hair, yes. Um, and when they see a woman, Latina, has had the things of racism, of course, but they see like a different thing, you know. Oh my God, she has black hair, and it's the espessura is different, and this is something, you know, that you repair. And in Brazil, at the same time, when comes someone for outside, we see that person like, oh my God, she's so different. You know, it's
Yeah, I see it. And I do agree with you. I know a case, like, for example, or one Brazilian went to China, and there
Mhm.
they have this culture of, if you are from, if you are anywhere else, but from Asia, like they look at you like because you are different.
Yes.
They stare at you so directly.
I like
That's
to see YouTube channels they talk about trip, and I see one they come to Tokyo, and she's a black woman, and she's is filming like that on her chest with the camera, and just for walking on the street, and she's marked with a circle that people look at her, when she walking on the streets, like normally going to the shopping, and the person was the Asians, they stopped like, oh my God, a black person here, a person different. She's not yeah, like us.
yeah. And there too, like they have this thing like people with I don't know, deficiência, I don't know in English, but they have this of trying to hide them because it's kind of a shame. Shame, I don't know. Them, like they don't want to show the person who has this thing different because it's not great. It's not the pattern, so they need to hide them from the society, from people to see them, and I think that's not great. I'd say like talking about these trips, traveling, that can happen with anybody. Like for example, if we went to Africa, like for example, that would we would be the different ones than that, and not the opposite. But I'd say like here in Brazil, we are more mixed than other places, other countries, for example. And how do you see that, Matthew? How does this differ?
Yes, the Brazilian, there are many types of the cultural, and when you compare it to the other country, for example, the Brazil, it's a country, and there are many types of the beauty, the people. Do you see in the street Japanese people, the American people, in some case, African people, Indian people, and I think this when do you there are these mix the countries, the people, and it's I don't know in English, difere, né, in some locals. For example, there are some locals when do you see the one types of people. For example, if you stay in for example, the Chinese now, do you don't see many types of people in the Chinese because it's not normal because you're cultural. But in the others type of culture, in the others type of the country, do you see this? For example, do you see the the USA, for example, do you see the any types of people? Do you see Japanese? Do you see Indian people? Do you see Brazilian people? And I think is what's the difference the one cultures for the others? It's the mixes the cultural, and I think it's you make the country your identidade. I don't know if it's correct. Your identity, and the Brazilian in the other country, the people see the different culture in the Brazilian. For example, I listen when the people, when the French people, when I work in the company, and these people, oh, I like the Brazilian because Brazilian there are the people are happy. The people there are many mix the people, and in my culture it's not normal. And when I listen this way, oh, because I reflect about this, and in this case, in this year, I'm search about this, and in the French, today it's more normal, but in the past, it's not more on the many cultures, the people, and the your country because your the history you see. And when I listen this and I reflect, it's really the Brazilian. There are many people. The people are happy. For example, and there are many people they live in the USA. the USA, the Japanese people, and the face when I talk about your life. For example, it's not your beauty, but it's your life. It's not good because the people that are uh, some problems with the depression. For example, the Japanese, in Japan, there are many people make a, I don't know in English, suicide, and the people, they face the people when I talk this, it's not so good. In comparison to the Brazil, there are this problem too, but the people are more happy when the people, the other country, travel to Brasilia, you see in the airport, for example, do you see this? Do you see that? And in comparison to other country, it's depend the countries, it's very different. But I think the mix the cultures, it's make a identity the country. I think that's it.
Yeah, it's like judging like the expression judging the book by its cover. Like I had already two experiences that for me was they were great. That was like I study other languages like French and German out of English. So I had these two experiences where I was doing anything. Like one of them I was at the beach and there were these Germans that I didn't know. But then I just listened to them like I'm kind of understanding them, but why? Something is different. Something's not normal. So then I realized, oh, it's in German. If even though I'm still at the beginning, of course, but I already could understand. And another time with the French one. So somebody was talking and I was just listening to them. I wasn't talking to them, but I was understanding, and another person by my side, and something is different. But that was in French, and that was really interesting to see how things are different now. How we can have this mix between people, and that's really nice. Let's say. And Carlos, about I think we have time for one more question about number 6. Is it fair to say that society pressures people to look like a certain way? Why or why not?
Before I started, Matheus, do you live in Rio or Brasilia?
I live in Rio.
But you was born in Brasilia?
Yes, yes.
I was born too. When you talk about Brazilian, you know, he's living in Rio or Brasilia, and he's born where? Just for the question, is it fair to say that society pressures people to look a certain way? Why or not? I think yes. Yes, the society that has this pressure in the society, of course, in the person, of course. Um, Principalmente for the influence for the television and the social media, how we talk. Um, has this running for the beautiful body, as we saying before. Um, I think that I can't find the right words. Um, eu acho que até faz parte da cultura, make part of the culture of the TV to show this, you know. I think the TV know the responsibility of that. They know they can influence. They know can influence the population to look more in esses padrões. Um, and they don't want to change that. I don't know if I can express myself very well, but I think that's their responsibility.
I see. Yeah, sometimes people they want this to be the same always. I don't know, like in some specific situations, I'd say like it's not great to stay the same all the time because we can change our mind. We can, grow up. It's great. It's healthy to change your mind about things, about decision making, so anything like that. In this case, it's more deep because it's about a society. So
Yes.
always staying the same, always having this pattern. So it's something really, really complex and deep to talk about this. And what do you think about this one, Matthew? Is it fair to say that?
Yes, the society in the world there are make influence this about this, and there are one pressures, yes, about this, but today is this conception change, but the social media, the programs de TV, de I don't know in English, algumas marcas, assim, até de publicidade de roupa, do you see this um padrão, né, de beleza. For example, I don't see em uma marca diz, por exemplo, do you see one fat woman em uma marca de moda, for example? I don't see. And when do you see it changes very well in today, but it's mainly difficult because the society there are one mentality. No, it's not your. It's a correct. It's a beautiful disease. The people, the woman, your hair, this it's beautiful. So this in this form, in the other forms, no. And I don't like this because uh I don't know in English, exclude many people in this participate in these movements. And I think the society there are many pressures about this in the society, in the Instagram, the Twitter. I don't use Twitter, but I see the people talk about this. And there are one pressure this the Instagram. It's the first. Do you see many people when you see the Instagram? Many people beauty the people your very photos, né? The beautiful photos, but the Instagram that I make edited in your photos, and the Instagram pass one mentality. It's the beauty many different the reality. And do you see the woman, the man is very beauty, but when do you uh, talk the people presence, do you see no, it's many difference the Instagram. What do you, it's not correct. And I think that's it. There are one press of the society about this. Yes, but the all the types of the technologies cause this.
Yeah, that's it. I agree with you, and it's like we show people what we want people to see. It's not like to post the reality because we don't want to show people the reality. We want to show them like we're nice, we're here, fancy in this moment. But it's not the reality as you said. So it's we cannot just trust on it because it can be edited, it can be fake, it can be anything. So that's a really interesting point that you've mentioned it. And now the guys from the other room are back, and I want to know from Caroline, how was the conversation there? Yeah.
So we talked a lot about when we were teenagers, and the world wasn't like that in the kind of impact on social media, because but we have TV, so I think we talk about this. We thought it's not kind of the same, because right now social media it's very expensive, I guess, more than TV. But at that time it was hard for us to have some way to be, the hair or the body or clothes. And right now it's more expensive. way to be, because social media has a lot of way to share things. And so we talk about this right now. It's very we're very affected by this, or the kids, or now the teenagers. So what's something like that we talk? We are afraid from this.
Yeah, see, that's interesting. And guys, I wish we could have more time to discuss more about it because it's a really interesting topic that we could be talking about it for hours and hours. But the time is almost up. We have only 5 more minutes. And of course, at the end of the conversation, I always ask the same question that is not on the list, but what did you learn today during the conversation? It can be about a new word, a new expression in English, or anything related to this subject. So let me see. Rodrigo, what did you learn today?
I learned a lot because this subject is more important for me. I have two daughters, and I think in this subjects a lot. I learning about this subject in social media and the beautiful strands and the other things because my daughters, and I think in this good subjects. I learning a lot of terms, a lot of words, and it's very good for me. And the conversation with my friends Caroline. And I think that's it. It's good, very good subjects.
Very nice. Thank you very much for being here. And how about you, Matthew? What did you learn today?
Yes, I like very well these talks, these any point of views about this, and it's a topic very discussed in the society actual, and it many important too in the business, the relationship, and I like the point of views about these topics, and you are discuss about these topics too. And for me, I like very well. I'm learning very well too in today about these topics and about this in English too. Any phrase in English and helping me dialogue in the about these topics. And that's it.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing this. You had so much to bring to us, to share to us. That was very nice. Thank you for that. And how's that for you, Carlos? Go ahead.
Was very different because it's my second immersion. So when I come to when I see the topic, I was thinking, oh my God, how I can choose the right words to talk about that. And when I see Matheus talking, it's interesting because it's different point of view. You know, you don't talk about in this in conversation in the bar. You know, so I have to look at a lot of words in my brain to choose the right words to talk, and it was good. It's a good time.
Very nice. Thank you very much for being here. You were amazing. Like you didn't seem to be your second immersion ever. That was really great. So congratulations for that. And I hope to see you more times here too. And Caroline, is there something you want to add? What did you learn?
I guess I was talking to Rodrigo, and so I'm not a mother, but I have a good daughter. So I've been thinking about her using social media a lot, and trying to be something she don't have to be like. So I think I've been roaring right now, but it was a good subject, good good to talk this with you, because there are a lot of themes we can talk in, and make me think about this later. You know, so
Yeah.
something
Thank you
like that.
very
What
much.
about you, Mel?
Well, I learned so many things. The guys here were amazing. Matthew said about the professional environment, like on LinkedIn, how people use that visual thing to choose people between the job when they have an opportunity. So they choose this by the looking of the person. So that was something really great. And of course, Carlos talking about this difference between the countries, about about Japan, about other countries. So that was really interesting. Thank you very much, guys. Just send the server link on the chat. So if you guys can, please leave a comment telling how the conversation was for you, because it's so important for us to know what I can do better too. You can say that. And of course, different themes, different topics that you guys want to talk about. Just to remind you guys, I have 2 emergencies on Tuesdays. They are at 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. You guys are always very, very welcome there. Thank you very much again, and see you anytime. Bye bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye bye,
guys.
people.